From the WYLN studios in Hazleton and all over northeastern Pennsylvania, this is WYLN News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. It was another busy night for emergency responders in the valley. Around 2 o'clock this morning, a tractor trailer hauling garbage rolled over on Interstate 80. The crash happened in the westbound lanes near the Cunningham and Mifflinville exit. To make matters worse, when the tractor trailer spilled its load, other trucks ran into the large debris field. Luzerne County Emergency Management and the State Department of Environmental Protection were notified due to the trucks leaking fuel into a stream. Fire officials say the interstate was shut down in both directions for a time. According to state police, traffic was then detoured onto Route 93. One person was taken by Sugarloaf EMS to the hospital for minor injuries. A third suspect who was allegedly involved in a shooting incident last week in Hazleton has turned himself in. Scarly Hiciano Rivera surrendered to the Hazleton Police Department yesterday. He, along with Cesar Brito Polanco and Alejandro Gross de la Cruz, were involved in a shooting on Lincoln Street last Thursday. The victim's vehicle was struck by a large caliber bullet. De la Cruz and Brito Polanco were taken into custody April 28th. Hiciano Rivera is facing charges of conspiracy to commit aggravated assault and conspiracy to commit simple assault. A Shenandoah man was found guilty of drug possession and returned back to prison yesterday. 32-year-old James Colosimo was charged by Shenandoah police for possessing heroin and fentanyl back in November of 2016. He was also charged with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance. After hearing closing arguments at the one-day trial, a jury of 7 women and 5 men found him guilty. He was returned to jail and is awaiting sentencing. We now know more about a stabbing incident in Hazleton last month. It started as an argument over a game of pool. 21-year-old Christopher DeJesus of New York allegedly stabbed a man in the neck outside of Prestigio on Wyoming Street on April 9th. The victim told police he got into an argument with DeJesus over a game of billiards. He was flown to a local trauma center for treatment of his injuries. DeJesus charged with 1 count of aggravated assault. He waived his right to a hearing last week and remains free on $50,000 unsecured bail. He's awaiting a formal arraignment. Police in East Union Township are seeking information on vandalism that occurred at a local church. It happened sometime between May 1st, 6 p.m. and May 2nd, 10 a.m. at St. John's Lutheran Church in Brandonville. A number of tombstones have been pushed over and destroyed by vandals. Anyone with information or who may have seen a vehicle or persons enter the cemetery are asked to call East Union Township Police at 570-384-5829. Skimming devices used to copy credit card information once again found inside a gas pump, this time at Fegley's Mini Mart in McAdoo. Police say the skimming device is used to get information from your credit card when you go to pay for gas. It's the 3rd place in Schuylkill County where such a skimming device was found. Last month, one was found in St. Clair. This week, one found in Coaldale. Police are asking anyone who bought gas at the stores to check their bank statements, and if you were scammed or know anything about the devices, you're asked to call 911. A large fire ripped through a business in Pine Grove Monday evening. This is what it looked like around 6 o'clock. The fire broke out on Lear's Feed and Farm Supply on Snyder Avenue. Fire officials said the feed mill business was destroyed by the fire that also spread to a nearby storage garage and Durfler's self-storage. No one was inside the feed mill when the blaze broke out. So far, no cause has been given. Officials said witnesses at the scene reported hearing an explosion. Emergency responders from a number of communities responded to assist in that incident Monday night. Another bad month of tax collections is deepening Pennsylvania state government's budget hole. The Department of Revenue said Monday that April's tax collections came in $537 million below expectations. That means the state's overall shortfall 10 months through the fiscal year is more than $1 billion. The growing cap could put more pressure on Democratic Governor Tom Wolf to accept spending cuts, or the Republican-controlled legislature could raise taxes as they prepare a budget plan for the fiscal year. That starts July 1st. Coming up on WYLN News, rate increases are coming to PPL customers. How much? We'll tell you in a few. Plus, the governor sending a letter to the president requesting federal funding to help pay for the March blizzard. But first, as we head out to break, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast from the WYLN Weather Center. Remember, you can get all your information at WYLNTV.com. We'll be right back.
Whether you're a homeowner renovating your first kitchen or a professional contractor remodeling your 100th kitchen, we're here to work with you every step of the way. We feature Homecrest and Omega cabinets, bathrooms and entertainment cabinets, along with solid surface countertops for Mica and Wilson Art products. We offer affordable installation. All this and more at Morris Kitchens LLC. Appointments welcome. Call 570-825-6956.
A new borough building could be coming to Freeland. The building will house both borough offices and the police station. The new building will be built at the corner of Bierbeck and Johnson Streets. Council will advertise for bids to build the estimated $500,000 building on the site of the former Ira Berger and Sons lumber yard. The building will be just under 4,000 square feet and include a meeting room for council to meet in that will seat 60 people in the audience. The police station will have several rooms, such as an interview room, locker room, and a holding cell. No time frame was given on when the building could be standing in Freeland. After nearly 2 years' work is expected to be completed to fill a stripping hole on Route 309 in Hazel Township. The abandoned mine that sits near the intersection of Route 309 and the Airport Beltway was filled with 2 million cubic yards of materials. The project was started by the Pennsylvania Bureau of Abandoned Mine Reclamation in June of 2015. It cost over $4 million to fill the 65-acre site. It was funded by a Pennsylvania's federal abandoned mine land grant. The last phase of the project is to seed about 31 acres with grass, which is expected to take place very soon. Governor Tom Wolf sending a formal letter to the president today requesting federal funding for counties that were impacted by Winter Storm Stella. Luzerne, Bradford, Lackawanna, Susquehanna, Wyoming, among other counties in the state, had to use all of their annual allotted funding for snow removal and cleanup. The governor believes that the severity and magnitude of the storm stretched the Commonwealth resources well beyond their limits, which is why supplemental federal assistance is now necessary. The overall costs associated with the request, around $7.2 million. The aid would provide funding to local, county, and state governments. A 14% price hike for PPL customers will translate to about $8.75 more for typical residential customers. The increase will not affect those customers who shop around for better prices. It's not unusual for rates to increase as summer nears, anticipating more electricity usage with air conditioning turning on for the season. The new rates go into effect June 1st. Coming up on Shepton's News Choice, we head to the Hazleton Area Career Center for this week's District Talk Tuesday. Plus, in Community and You, we'll hear from organizers about an upcoming walk to raise awareness of suicide. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told. They found they were handy
at making fine candy
for family and friends to behold. Word spread through the land
that Victoria's candies
would one day be leading the rest.
Now that day is here,
for the facts are quite clear that Victoria's candies are best.
Are you looking to light up your business? Then you need to visit Shadler Yesco Distribution Incorporated. They're the premier electrical distributor in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Poconos, and Hazleton, specializing in extensive electrical lighting, automation, and datacom inventory to meet your contractor, commercial, or industrial needs. Don't go with a national company. Go with an independent, locally owned company that cares. Shadler Yesco Distribution Incorporated. Visit them at SYDIST.com. Come experience the difference.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Welcome to Community and You here on Wyln. We're at the Hazleton Area High School. We're going to talk about an annual event that goes on to help bring awareness to suicide and talk about suicide prevention with the annual walk that will take place Sunday, May 7th here at the high school over at the track just across the street from us here. And the SAD Club along with the organizer for the walk are joining me now, and they play such a big part in this. So first, Samantha, you are the organizer and really the force behind the walk and for Help Stop the Silence. This is an annual event, and this is an event that is truly close to you.
It is. The event began not actually 9 years ago. It was a year following my son Kyle had taken his life at the age of 13, and at that time I had felt if there was more awareness and programs in place in this area that perhaps maybe he would not have made the same choice that he did.
So it really, for the last 9 years, has been your mission to make sure that you spread awareness about it. There have been support groups. We do the walk every year. So this really has been a driving force for you.
Absolutely. It's a force that, in hopes that it's not going to happen to someone else. I'm hoping that if we can continue to raise money and awareness and provide programs here in our community and educate people and, unite and show people that it's okay to reach out, we can decrease the numbers that way.
And you've been doing such a great job. And every time I get to interview her, she really, this is her driving force. She talks all the time to make sure we get the word out. And when we would be lost without you talking with this every year. And Amanda, the SAD Club has gotten involved with this. Your students help out every year. But why was it important for the SAD Club to be involved with this?
Being a co-advisor for the SAD Club, our club is based off destructive decisions, so I think it's really important for our group to actually be the voice for the school and really encourage everyone to attend and how important it is to raise awareness for this event.
And you've been taking part in it in a number of years as well.
This is actually my second year being the SAD Club co-advisor. It's only my third year teaching, so I'm pretty new to it, but I really enjoy it, and I plan on doing it from here on out. Wonderful,
and SAD is a great club here in the school, and these two students were like, oh, he's going to talk to us. But you kind of get the easy part, and when, where, and what is there to do for everybody?
This Sunday, registration's at 12. The event starts at 1. The SAD Club, we're giving out balloons that have positive messages at the bottom. And then when you let them up, and then hopefully when they come down, someone will see the message, and it will make their day better.
Wonderful. And you don't always have to participate in the walk, so there's things that are going on, but this is a great event for everybody to come out.
Right. There's music, tricky trays. It's just a great event.
Wonderful. So I know you ladies both be there working?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, wonderful. All right. So again, this is Sunday, May 7th, 2017, here at the Hazleton Area School District at the Track and Field, which is right next to the Early Learning Center, across the street from the Career Center. So come out and take part in this. This is a great event each and every year. Of course, like they said, food, tricky trays, a lot going on. There'll be a bounce house for the kids, and of course, you can walk and take part in this great event each and every year. Thanks for joining us here on Community and You. More news is headed your way after this.
Steinbrenner Auto Sales and Service, 697 South Mountain Boulevard in Mountain Top. With over 35 years of experience, make them your only call when shopping for tires or service work. They will match or beat any competitor's pricing. 100% customer satisfaction.
Whether you're a homeowner renovating your first kitchen or a professional contractor remodeling your 100th kitchen, we're here to work with you every step of the way. We feature Homecrest and Omega cabinets, bathrooms and entertainment cabinets, along with solid surface countertops for Mica and Wilson Art products. We offer affordable installation. All this and more at Morris Kitchens LLC. Appointments welcome. Call 570-825-6956.
It's time to find your copy of the Freeland Progress. Look inside for information on the Pennsylvania Dart Tournament and more. The Freeland Progress is free at locations throughout Freeland, Whitehaven, Blakesley, Berwick, Cunningham, Drums, and the Hazleton area.
Well, for this District Talk Tuesday, we're in the garages here at the Hazleton Area Career Center, well, better known as the Automotive Technology area here in the Career Center. And I'm going to start with Larry, talk about some of the programs you guys are doing. Right now, the students are kind of working on their end of the year project, so we're getting close to the end of the school year. So what did these kids learn this year through automotive technology?
Well, basically right now I'm doing the 11th and 12th graders. They're in the brake system of the vehicle. They brake system and well, more or less all the suspension under chassis of the vehicle. They did four-wheel alignments this year. Now they're into the disc brake system. They're basically doing all different projects on bleeding of brakes, disc brakes, cutting rotors, on the car cuttings of the vehicles. But it's basically whatever a technician does out in the field that they're doing here on the tasks.
So when these students, if they're in 12th grade, when they are graduating here, moving on, what do they leave with? Do they get a certification from here?
Yes, they do. Well, actually, when they're in 10th grade, they get a certification in safety, and then also they get a certification at the end of the year. They get a Pennsylvania State Inspection license. They can do a Class 1, 2, and 3. A Class 1 is passenger cars and light trucks. If they have a motorcycle license, they can get a motorcycle license, and they can get the heavy-duty truck license also. So basically, that certification, we have adults that come in at night. That is a cost. It's a free cost to them. That's a certification, which is really big for them in the field.
Right, so a lot goes on here on the automotive side, but over on the diesel side, the students are also learning about diesel trucks and how they run and how they're different. And Brett, so what have the students been learning on this side, and what are they being prepared for?
We kind of collaborate with automotive too. We're working with a lot of the suspension components, a lot of the engine mechanical parts. We learn how to remove cylinder liners. We learn about how to adjust valves, wheel bearings, different components within the chassis system. We also like to collaborate with automotive as far as the electronics. A lot of the industry is going towards the electronic part of the vehicles and stuff. So we work with the students and try and let them understand how a lot of the electronics work within the trucks and the automotive industry.
Wonderful. So a lot going on here. These students are learning within the Hazleton Area School District and the Career Center, especially in automotive technology and diesel. Now we're going to go over one bay over, and we're going to see some paint demonstration, but not the paint that you and I would normally think of seeing here in a garage like this. And now we're in where the virtual reality part of this painting class is going on. So before they go out and use the real paint out in the shop, they're getting to see really what goes on. And Dave, tell me about this new project and really why this is so beneficial to the district.
Well, it teaches them muscle memory on how to use the equipment correctly before they actually get the piece of equipment in their hand. And the panels are realistic. There's different environments, whether it be industrial, in the shop, or any particular paint booth. And they get to see how well they do. The system grades it. It gives them a sheet on how they did, and the end product is good because we didn't spend money on materials, and we're pretty much acclimated to the gun before we get in the booth.
So this really gets to show them, they wear a helmet, they have a gun here, and they kind of focus right around this. So it kind of tells them if they're staying too long in an area, if they miss something. So it really gets them what they really need to know before going out there.
This is exactly true. It shows them everything that they need to know before they get in that booth.
And you said by doing this, by learning virtual reality, saving some money where you're not usually wasting paint and getting it all over the place. So this is really beneficial for you guys to have here in the district.
It is, yes, it's both ways. It's safe for the environment. We're not putting any paint out there. It's safe for them. They're not getting paint on them. And we've saved a ton of money by doing this because I'm not wasting paint. You're correct.
Wonderful. So a lot of great things going on here in the Hazleton Area School District, especially here in the Career Center and the Automotive and Collision here in the HASD, and just another great thing we get to point out here with District Talk Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Gary, and everyone at the Career Technology Center. With the upcoming election, many local community organizations are holding Meet the Candidates Nights. The concerned citizens of Schuylkill County hosting the candidates for the Hazleton Area School Board race. The event will take place Thursday, May 11th, 7 p.m. at the McAdoo Diner located at 2 North Kennedy Drive. The candidates will talk about why they are running and what they want to see done. Again, the Meet the Candidates Night set Thursday, May 11th, 7 p.m. in McAdoo. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Are you looking to light up your business? Then you need to visit Shadler Yesco Distribution Incorporated. They're the premier electrical distributor in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Poconos, and Hazleton. Specializing in extensive electrical lighting, automation, and datacom inventory to meet your contractor, commercial, or industrial needs. Don't go with a national company. Go with an independent, locally owned company that cares. Shadler Yesco Distribution Incorporated. Visit them at SYDIST.com. Come experience the difference.
Wyln TV 35 has a position available for a sports reporter / videographer. Please send resumes and demo reels to Gary Perna, News Director, 1057 East 10th Street, Hazleton, Pennsylvania, 18201, or email news@WYLNTV.com. Wyln is an equal opportunity employer.